Nagpapatuloy ngayon ang cross-examination kay National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, Director Melvin Matibag sa harap ng impeachment court. Ang pagtatanong na ito ay kaugnay ng kanyang naunang testimonya noong Hulyo 21, 2026 hinggil sa umano'y pagbabanta sa buhay ni Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. na iniuugnay kay Vice Presidente Sara Duterte. Sa panahon ng cross-examination, mahalagang obserbahan kung magbibigay si Matibag ng mga karagdagang detalye na magpapalakas sa kaso ng prosekusyon o kung ang kanyang mga pahayag ay higit na magiging pabor sa panig ng depensa. Bigyang pansin din kung paano susuriin at kukwestiyonin ng depensa ang kanyang mga pahayag. Gayon din kung paano kikilos ang mga senador hukom upang mailantad at matukoy ang katotohanan.
Your Honor, with all due respect, Your Honor, the answer was not responsive. My answer was very specific. My question was very specific. What will be the felony or crime that will be indicated in the subpoena?
Witness will please answer. The question was simple. What is the crime, if any, or penalty in relation to the document being asked by the counsel?
We all know that there is no crime committed when there is a plan to kill until it is executed. But what I'm saying, that's why I'm qualifying, is because one of the mandates of the National Bureau of Investigation is to protect the national security. And we are also mandated to issue a subpoena or an investigation to do so. So if in this case, we cannot issue a subpoena, we can issue an invitation for those persons of interest.
So no, you cannot issue a subpoena, but just an invitation. In other words, this is not under the jurisdiction of the NBI, correct?
It is within the power of the NBI to protect the national interest and the national security. And as mentioned, there is a continuing threat to the President and under Section G, Section 5 of the Republic Act 10867, it is one of the primary duty of the NBI to protect the security of the President.
All right. Yesterday, you also mentioned betrayal of public trust, correct?
That is correct.
Can that be indicated in the subpoena when you issue it against this alleged person?
It can be or it can be not. But why will we put the subject betrayal of public trust if the person being subpoena is not being tried for betrayal of public trust?
What if it's against the Vice President? Just to clarify, can the subpoena indicate betrayal of public trust?
We cannot put that because that is not a subject of a case under the revised penal code or a crime. The betrayal of public trust is the variable subject of an impeachment court.
All right. So you admit nonetheless that betrayal of public trust is a ground for impeachment, correct?
That is correct. I think it's in the
All
Constitution.
right. And are you saying that once you reach your findings, because we're all waiting for that, you will? Is it correct to say that you will file another impeachment case against VP Sara?
Oh, thank you for that question. So that I
Objection,
can
Your
explain.
Honor. That is speculative.
I think the witness is competent enough and in fact thank the counsel for his question. I'm interested to hear what the witness will also answer.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. The betrayal of public trust as the issue in the impeachment court, we don't need to investigate even if we pinpointed the person contracted. Because the point being is the betrayal of public trust was already been consummated when she publicly admitted. There is already an admission.
All right. My question is this. Are you conducting your ongoing investigation to substantiate this current impeachment case?
Again, sinabi ko na po, kung ang pagbabasihan is betrayal of public trust, nandoon na po. Bakit po namin hinahanap
A
yung
simple-
kinausap na papatay?
With all due respect, Detector, simple yes or no will do.
Hindi po, dahil sinabi ko na
Alright.
nga,
Can you rephrase your question, counsel?
So are you conducting the ongoing investigation to substantiate this current impeachment case?
no need to substantiate because it's already been established.
All right.
So
Now,
the answer, Director Matibag, so the answer is you are not investigating anything in connection with the current ongoing impeachment case.
Yes, because it's been already been established.
they didn't identify the alleged person that VP Sara talked to. And based on your testimony yesterday, it will take 3 to 6 months, even more, for this special task force to come up with definite findings as to the identity of this alleged person, correct?
Sinabi ko po 3 to 6 months, hindi po even more.
All right. Now, you also mentioned about the Rage Coalition event yesterday in Club Filipino on April 12, 2026, correct?
Tama po.
All right. Now, this was already around 14 months from VP Sara's press con, correct?
Tama po.
Now, my question to you is this. Was VP Sara present in that April 12, 2026 event?
Wala po siya, sir.
All right, no. Now, you mentioned also the concept of kinetic force. Can you recall?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, my question to you is this. Despite the lapse of 14 months and the absence of VP Sara in that event, you still concluded that this event was still part of what you call kinetic force. Is that the case?
Tama po.
All right. And based on your findings, this kinetic force came from VP Sara's November 23, 2024 press con, correct?
Hindi lamang po yun. Ang sinabi ko po ay may pagkakaugnay sapagkat yung pong statement na
So, you mentioned also that there was a participant in a PBBM rally that shouted, "Barilin na yan." When did this happen, if you can recall?
hindi po ito rally, meron pong event,
Event,
ang
okay.
atin pong Pangulo sa Nueva Ecija na naka-live broadcast po ito sa RTBN at meron pong nag-komento bigla na sinabi, barilin na yan.
Can you recall the date of that event? You said event.
Hindi ko po ma-recall yung exactong date pero nandito rin po sa
All
report
right.
sa amin yan.
But is this also part of the kinetic force that you mentioned?
Lumalabas po sa amin pong pag-aaral.
How about yung nangyari kay Undersecretary Claire Castro in Canada? Is this also part of the kinetic force?
Irrelevant.
Ito na nga po yung sinasabi natin na nagkakaroon po ng malawakang kaguluhan na epekto po ng madalas na pagbabanta at seryosong pagbabanta sa Pangulo na ngayon ang mga itaong kahit na ordinaryo ay inaatake po. Hindi lamang ang Pangulo kundi ang iba pa rin pong matataas na posisyon.
So the answer is yes, it's
Yes.
part of the kinetic force. So in other words, this kinetic force can reach foreign countries.
Lumalabas po na gano'n.
Okay.
Dahil marami po tayong Pilipino na nandoon na napapanood po
Oh,
sa
that's
social
okay,
media.
Director. Now, how about the flood control rallies? Is this part of the kinetic force?
Yung flood control rally na aling pong flood control rally to be
Any flood
specific.
control rally?
Probably,
Is it part-
baka po kung maaari lang po sir, ibigyan nyo ko ng specific para po mas may paliwanag ko po.
I'll just move on. So any dissent against the government must be attributed to this kinetic force. Is that what you're saying?
It's speculative, Your Honor.
Witness may answer if he knows.
Depende po kung anong event. Kaya nga po ang ginagawa po ng NBI ay atin pong sinusuri lahat ng pangyayari. Kahapon po inilatag namin yung 5 batayan namin para po magkaroon tayo ng malinaw na threat assessment sa lahat po ng pangyayari.
All right. Now, isn't it that Mayor Baste, that participant in that PBBM event, the rallies in Canada, and the flood control rallies, don't they have a mind of their own?
Your Honor, we are objecting on the
Your
ground
Honor.
of vague. Kindly clarify the question.
Your Honor, the
kindly,
witnesses...
kindly reform, counsel. I also did not quite get the question. Kindly reform, counsel.
So are you saying that these people that I mentioned, they cannot act independently and are compelled by the kinetic force that you mentioned?
That is
Sino pong
speculative,
mga
Your
tao?
Honor.
Mayor Baste, the participant in the PBBM rally, the rallies in Canada, and the flood control rallies.
Respectfully, Your Honor, sapagkat marami pong may pagkilos po na iba-ibang grupo.
So
na nakikita po
posibleng
natin.
hindi. May pagkilos na hindi, may pagkilos na
Tama
oo.
po. Kaya we have to qualify, we have to treat each event independently and apply the 5-factor test that we are being applying po sa mga pangyayari po.
So hindi porkit laban sa o tutol sa gobyerno o sa partikular na opisyal ng gobyerno ay ito na yung binabanggit yung kinetic hapon.
Tama po, Your Honor.
Counsel may proceed.
All right. My question is this. Is this kinetic force still active today or has it stopped?
Malinaw po, may mga pangyayari pa.
Counsel, you may proceed.
All right. Was the Rage Coalition event a political rally?
Palagay ko po, sapagkat ang nandoon po ng mga political party po ng PDP Laban at yung pong reforma na pinamumunuan po ng dating Speaker Bebot Alvarez.
All right. And as a lawyer and as a former dean ba, director or current dean?
Former
All
po,
right. So as
nag-resign
a
na po
lawyer
ako.
and a former dean, you are aware that political speech is constitutionally protected, correct?
Depende po kung anong talumpati, you have to qualify.
And unless we are under martial law again, Mayor Baste should be able to freely express his dissent to the government.
Your Honor,
correct?
that is speculative.
Let the witness answer. He is competent to answer that question.
Unang-una, tama naman po kayo, wala namang martial law ngayon at pwede naman pong magsalita. But the freedom of expression has limitation also. Kung ito po ay nagbabiolate na ng batas at nakakasama na sa ating bayan, ay hindi naman po ito kasama na sa freedom of expression.
All right. But my question to you is this. Did he directly urge the people to overthrow the government in that rally?
Ang sinabi po niya, base sa aking testimonya, ay isang ulo lang ang gusto namin, ang ulo ni Bongbong Marcos. At kung matatandaan po ninyo, ay correlated it dun sa mga dati pang mga pangyayari. Hindi lang po yung event at sinabi na yun ang aming nagbasehan base sa aming pamantayan po sa pag-assess po ng banta o ng threat po.
But that was your own interpretation of what
That is not only my interpretation, but is the interpretation of the new National Bureau of Investigation based on the standards that we follow, consistent to the standards
All right.
that we are following.
Is it your interpretation that those also demonstrate destabilization efforts?
Please repeat, pakiulit po,
Is it
sir.
also the NBI's interpretation that those remarks constitute destabilization?
Argumentative, Your Honor.
No, if the witness can
If he
answer.
knows.
Ano pong particular na sinabi?
That speech by Mayor Baste in general.
Yung pong kanyang sinabi na ang ulo lamang ni Bongbong Marcos ang kailangan namin at sabi ko nga, in correlation to the other events, applying the 5-factor standards that we have been using, which is recognized by other jurisdiction, dun po kami nagkaroon po ng conclusion.
Sorry, Director, I didn't quite get your answer. So, are you saying that that's destabilization or no destabilization?
Misleading, Your Honor.
No, the director hasn't answered yet. He cited the basis, but cut short of answering the question. So, is it based on the 5 pillars of your investigation, Director?
Well, dun po yan, based on the 5 pillars na natin po, lumalabas po ng isa dun sa elemento ng 5 pillars, it comply po.
So,
Sumasagot po doon.
So, meron
At
din.
hindi po destabilisasyon, kundi banta po sa kaligtasan ng Pangulo na naging banta na rin po sa pambansang seguridad po.
So, Director, I am showing you a news article. This is Exhibit D-4-66 entitled, and I quote, Palace dismisses the stab rumors versus Marcos admin. So it was published quite recently, May 12, 2026. And for the sake of time, I will just read the first line thereof.
Assisting counsel for the parties may approach.
It says here, and I quote, Malacanang on Tuesday said it has not received any information about supposed destabilization efforts against President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. My question to you is this. Claire Castro speaks on behalf of PBBM, correct?
Being the spokesperson, tama po, sir.
And based on her statement in this news article, there has been no destabilization efforts against PBBM, at least as of this date.
Tingnan niya na walang destabilization, there is no destabilization from the rank of men in uniforms. So hindi po natin masasabi na yun na yung kabuuan talaga.
All right. I'm showing you another recent article, Exhibit D-4-67. This article is June 12, 2026. So again, quite recent. And again, for the purpose of time, I'll just read the title. It says, Sara Duterte, I won't grab Marcos's position. My question to you is this. Isn't this news article also consistent with no destabilization efforts that Claire Castro previously mentioned?
Base po sa aking binabasa, baka mas maganda po si Vice President Sara Duterte makasagot dito because she's speaking of a state of mind. Sa isip po niya yan eh.
But now, yesterday, you identified an unsigned and unnotarized document which allegedly pertains to an affidavit of Arturo Las Cañas. Correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if you know, is this the same Las Cañas who appeared before the Senate in 2016 and 2017?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in fact, this is the same Las Cañas who was charged by the Senate panel led by then Senator and still Senator Panfilo Lacson with a recommendation for perjury. Is he not?
Hindi ko po nabalitaan yung kung sinarge siya ng perjury. But if it's on record, then the answer will be yes.
All right. Well, he was, or maybe we can confirm it later with Senator Judge Lacson. But, and this perjury was committed during a Senate committee hearing, if you know only.
Well, siguro po doon natin na lang ilagay doon sa affidavit po na nabasa ko.
All right. I will read.
From both parties.
I will read and I quote Senator Lacson. Ang may papayo ko lamang kay SPO3 Las Cañas, kung ang layunin ng inyong quote-unquote extrajudicial confession ay mapanagot sa ilalim ng batas si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at iba pang personalidad, marapat lamang na maliban sa inyong salaysay, may maipakita ka pang bukod at ibang ebidensya. Kung wala, ay maaaring masayang lamang ang oras ng mga tao dito dahil baka walang kahihinatnan ang isinasagawa nating pagdinig sa araw na ito laban sa sino mang mga taong idinadawit mo. Are you aware of this statement by Senator Lacson against Las Cañas?
Ngayon po, nabasa po.
You're aware
nabasa ko
now.
po.
All right. At any rate, you mentioned yesterday that you did an open source investigation to obtain the Las Cañas document, correct?
That is correct po, sir.
But to be candid, was it just Google search? Are you aware? I'll just ask you if you're aware. Are you aware that it involved a flash flood? This incident happened after a flash flood in that particular community.
Hindi po lumabas siya
If
sa
you know,
balita.
if you know. All right.
I have no knowledge of that.
Are you aware that VP Sara asked that sheriff for an extension of 2 hours just to help the victims?
Yung po yung lumabas sa
All
balita.
right. And this sheriff and the demolition that you mentioned involved the demolition of informal settlers in that area.
Opo, kaya po may order of eviction. Ibig sabihin po, informal settlers po yung
Are you
papalish.
aware that 30 people died during that incident?
I have no knowledge of that, Your Honor.